So Joseph Ossai apparently is going to get utilized a lot more this upcoming season under Al Golden. Now, obviously, listen, lately Joseph Ossai has been in hot water because he came out and he was brutally honest about the fact that the defense last year gave up on the team before week 1. They gave up on him completely. And then they didn't really buy into this last season until the last 5 games of the season, which is not what you want to hear from your defense. Now it makes sense with how bad our defense was. And for all those people who thought, you know what, looks like our defense isn't even trying. Looks like our defense doesn't really care. Well, you got your answer there. It's not that they don't care, but they just did not think that we were going to be a good team last year, which is, again, very disappointing. So with all the, turmoil, last year, Joseph Ossai played the second most defensive line snaps at 576 snaps. While according to his conversations with Al Golden, they see me doing what I was doing the last 6 games, 7 games with my motor. The way Al Golden was talking to me, he liked the way I played, and it sounded like he's willing to give me a chance to use those attributes on the field in his defense. So, yeah, he's expected to get a lot more play time, which you look at the beginning of last season, right? And let's kind of just bring this up here. So here is Joseph Ossai right here, where I highlighted. You start off 20%, okay, 54%, 49, 57, 40, 51, 36, 28, 44%, 43%, 43%. And then the last, 6 games, literally, he was putting up 54, 50, 59, 77, 83, and 80. A lot of the reason why was because Sam Hubbard went down with injury. Once we lost Sam Hubbard, someone needed to replace their snap counts, and that's just kind of how it works, right? You lose somebody, you need to replace their snap counts with somebody else. You either go and pick somebody up, or theoretically speaking, you go ahead and you just give whoever's on the roster next man up mentality. I think Joseph Ossai will get utilized a lot more for that said reason. It really does depend on who we draft in the first round. But one thing we know about Zach Taylor is there's really no situation where we're going to see too many. I mean, I don't say we won't see rookies play, because we have seen rookies play. But the Bengals mentality over the years has been not to play rookies right away, right, to wait. I think that was also a Lou Anarumo type strategy as well. So we'll see. If we draft someone in the first round, will that rookie start day 1? Potentially, if we need him to. But I think Joseph Ossai, they're definitely going to look at who they have on the roster and kind of see what they can utilize a little bit more than thrusting a rookie into the Wolves and, seeing if he works out or not, right? But again, it's very possible we take a safety in the first round, and that completely throws that whole monkey wrench into things, right? So, but there's definitely going to be a situation where we lost Sam Hubbard. There's going to be a need to replace the amount of snaps he had with somebody else. We also lost Sheldon Rankins. That's another 268 snaps that we're going to have to replace. The draft will, again, fill in those spots. And also, we also picked up TJ Slayton, who is also going to help out. Oren Burks is going to help out. More from a linebacker perspective, but yeah, I mean, Akeem Davis-Gaither, we lost him. That's 535 snaps that someone else is gonna, or evenly break up into potentially getting. I hope that Moma Jugmita gets more snaps than 30. I think he can be utilized very well, and I think he could be a really great player. So I'd love to see, maybe the snap count kind of balance out more for him and balance out for a lot of these guys, but it's one of those situations where, we'll see how things go, because it's a whole new defense. And that's why, I feel like it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to know how this upcoming season is going to go from a defensive point of view. We know how the offense is going to go, right? Absolutely. We know how the offense will go. we don't know how the defense is going to break down, right? So, new defensive coordinator. Will our guys work out with that new defense coordinator? Most likely. Will we have to make humongous changes when it comes to certain players, you know, kind of playing out of their comfort zone? Most likely. So, we'll see. That's the best way I could put it. It's weird that, again, Joseph Ossai is the one talking about this when he is the one in the hot water with the whole... I mean, he was honest. I don't know. It's like, I'm not mad at him because he was honest, and that's good to be honest. Like, you want your players to be honest, but it's just so freaking disappointing, man. It really is. But yeah, we'll see how this draft goes. I want the draft now, boys. Oh man, we are in this gray area right now. I said this last night on live stream, where it's like right at the end of we're a month into free agency, but we're not at the draft yet. We're in this gray area of the end of March, early April, where it's like all it is draft hype, but there is no draft. And we had to wait for the NFL draft, which is so frustrating. Because I just want to go out there right now and draft the new players and get some new guys and, you know, see what our team looks like. But we just got to wait. And, you know, this is the problem of the offseason, because after the draft, though, there really is nothing, you know? Like, it just becomes absolute zero for a very good amount of time. But I'll see you guys next one, though. Peace.